Big T. People call it different things. Definitely starting to happen. It's Sunday, the 22nd.
The autumnal equinox.
First day of fall. We were up here last weekend on Sunday, and we were in shorts and a t-shirt. It's 37 degrees now, and all of these leaves had not started changing just a week ago, so this is fall in New Mexico, in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, the road to the Santa Fe Ski Basin heading down, which, by the way, is under construction right now. It's only open on Sunday, so if you have plans to go hiking to Aspen Vista or Big T or Nordic Track or the ski basin, any of that, you have to do it on Sunday only for the next probably 2 months, because they're repaving the whole road from the top to the bottom. So it's a little bit annoying that they chose this time of year to do that, but the theory is that they had to wait because of all the heavy equipment that they had to move up to the ski basin to put the new lift in. They didn't want to repave the road and then have a bunch of giant trucks destroy it right away. So we came really early just to make sure that we didn't get stuck in traffic and stuff.
Because we're old like that.
Yeah, but it worked perfectly. It's 10:30. Usually we're getting up here by now, but we're on our way down. And this is a little crazy too. We'll see how people navigate it. It truthfully only is a one-lane road for a short period. Let's see if we get the light or not. Oh, red light. There's a tired puppy in the back of that car. Oh, we got the light. We're gonna just take it easy and make sure nobody blew the light at the bottom like we did coming up. We were like, oh, this is not working, and we just hit it. So there's the new part. So we drove on that coming up. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
It's not bad. I've seen worse brand new paving jobs in New Mexico. All right, one person and they're waiting. That's good. But you can see it's night and day. Like, this is the old side. This road is just falling apart so bad. So we're a little lower down now, and all the aspens are still green down here. So we've got a ways to go. It's just getting started. They said officially the peak should be around October 7th, so that's 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks and change. 2 weeks. 2 weeks exactly, as my co-pilot corrected me.
Well, actually, no, that would be October 6th.
Right. Should we get out and leave that sign? Looks like people are just running it over. no houses on this tour, just a sightseeing. They did a bunch of thinning up in that. If you look straight ahead, you can see some slash piles up there. They're gonna burn all that this winter, and that's, people are a little nervous about that. You see them? There's the slash piles. Okay, so this is national forest in here, and that ridge runs between Tesuque and Hyde Park. Hyde Park is where the state park is, but also you start to have some homes in the mountains. So that ridge top is going to be a very important fire break. But, you know, they don't have a very good track record of controlled burns. They don't even call it that anymore. They call it prescribed burns, because the last controlled burn got out of control and it almost burned down all of Los Alamos. So let's hope they got their acts together before they start lighting stuff on fire up here.
Because all the fur is dead. Fur?
Yeah, so all the fur has just been decimated in this whole area. You'll see some more of it when we get to closer into the state park part of the road, where they have been doing a lot of thinning. They've been really proactive in the state park boundary, but the theory is that they over thinned it and left a lot of trees vulnerable or susceptible more to the drought than they would have been if they had a little bit more, a few more neighbors, as I understand it. So the ones that are left now are all dying, so that's just terrible. That made it all the way up here. So now we're going to start to really see the dead fir. If you look up in there, that's mostly ponderosa, but there's a lot of fir, and that's what's all dead. Some ponderosa also dead. This is a very few number of cars for a Sunday morning. I think a lot of people are getting turned around at the sign that says road closed. So they didn't bother to take that down. So if you do happen to be driving up here today, you might think that the road is still closed. Like all these people are like, darn it, and they all parked right here. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Those are all New Mexico plates too. See that person we just passed, they're like, oh man, you mean we can't go up? Sometimes you just gotta say, heck it, make your move. You really had to do that right there? See, there's another couple. Dead fir, dead fir, dead fir, dead fir. All of that is dead. All of that is dead. And the problem too is this, a lot of it is like, that's a leaner, that's gonna eventually weaken enough that it could fall across the road. So they're gonna have to figure out a way to take out all of this dead stuff. That's gonna be a huge, huge project. Yeah, it's so sad to see that. How's he gonna turn that on? before 10:30 on a Sunday morning.
One is
Too much.
enough.
Still some people camping. Must have gotten a little chilly last night. This is Hyde Park. This is the visitor center. That used to be the original ski basin right there, that building, which has now kind of been converted and you can rent it out for weddings and parties and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's just like an old log cabin. It's got a big fireplace in there. There's another one of the group campgrounds right there. You have reserved those. You can have like 50 people, not camping, but picnicking and stuff like that. They do have some group campgrounds that we passed on the way back there. This is Black Canyon Campground, which is actually outside of Hyde Park, but right next to it. So Black Canyon goes all the way up there, and that's a really cool campground. All runs all along the river here. There's some people camping right back in there. And then there's a little picnic spot over here. And there's a couple more trails too. I should have been mentioning all those other trails we just passed. That was top of Hyde Park was Borrego Trail, which is a nice like triangle trail. So if you take it out far enough, you hit Windsor, which is the main trail from the ski basin down to Tsuke. And then you take Windsor down for a little while, and then you hit Bear Wallow Trail, and you bring that back up to meet up with Windsor. Borrego. And it takes you down to the water too, so if you have dogs, it's a good water hike. And then coming up here, at the bottom of this part of the hill, oh no wait, we got, what's next? Chamisa, right, Chamisa Trail is next. It's also a nice loop. It's actually like another triangle trail. Let's go up to the top of the saddle up there, and then you can drop down the other side if you want, or you can kind of head back around. Also a very popular site. And back in the day, that was where they filmed parts of the movie or the TV show Earth 2, if anybody remembers that. Some silly little Martian movie or something. Anyway, they were all like, they tried to make Chamisa look like Mars. Didn't really work.
Kind of like Earth.
It still looked like Earth. That's weird though. I wonder if they would allow that to happen nowadays. I doubt it. I kind of doubt it. With all the movies that have been made since then, nobody's tried to use that spot again, as far as I know. Probably because the Forest Service just says hell no. So here's Chamisa. It's pretty full already. A lot of people park on that side. That's the main parking lot right there. By the way, there's a bus that runs up and down this road too, the blue bus, that you can take for $5, I think. And they have bike racks too, so it's an awesome way if you park down at the I don't know where it picks you up, to Vargas Mall maybe or something. But you park your car and throw your bike on the bus and ride the bus all the way up to the top. And then you can ride your bike all the way back down, either on the road or on the trails or whatever. It's kind of sweet. Oh, just leave it. We don't need it. Praying Hands Memorial. A very sad story. I'm not going to tell it. bunch of people. Was that John Elvison? What are these people doing walking on the road? So there's a little trail you could take that sneaks right down through there.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
It's a cool trail, and there's water too, because we're crossing over a little river right now. I call it a river, but it's really not. It's just a little stream. But for us, it's a river. That goes down towards the top of Bishop's Lodge, which is the resort all the way down into Suke. Bishop's Lodge owns a ton of land in this valley, so people can hike and go horseback riding and all that stuff. Up there's some homes, the first signs of homes. Those are all part of Summit. High Summit, no, Summit North. I don't know, they changed the name of all, there's two summits. Everybody always gets them confused, including me. So to my right is the entrance to Summit, right here. The other summit. Let's just call it the other summit. North Summit Drive. They don't even have a sign anymore. And then to the left, there's another road right where that car is that goes back to up to the left here. There's maybe half a dozen houses up there. And then we're coming into 10,000 Waves territory. People are up here picking piñons. Just saw. I don't know if you caught that on the camera, but we were having like a banner year for piñon picking this year, and you could see like that tree is just loaded with pine cones. What happens is the birds get in there and start pecking at them and eating them, and they drop a lot of them on the ground. So it's, in many cases, you just have to get down on your hands and knees underneath a piñon tree, and you can pick up a ton of them. So it's a fun thing to do.
Then you gotta roast them, and then you have to peel them.
Yes, it's a lot of work. It's a tremendous amount of work because they're so hard to crack open, and they're very, very teeny.
But they're delicious.
But they are delicious. Here's the other summit, which you're probably familiar with because I'm up there a lot, and I have 7 lots listed for sale up there right now. Perfect for a builder / developer to buy and hold for a while. There's a couple more lots available up in this little neighborhood, which is pretty new. Yeah, there's piñon people everywhere. That's why all these cars are parked along the side of the road. All these people are picking piñon. The last weekend we hiked up Wilderness Gate, and it was just like it snowed piñon nuts everywhere. Just all over on the trail. Doesn't happen every year like this. I mean, there's always some piñon, but it's not like this when there's so much that it really makes it worthwhile to go out. Because you hate to go out piñon hunting and only come home with like 6 piñon nuts. It's not really worth it. Couple more trail crossings right back there that was for Dale Ball trails. We're kind of in Dale Ball trail territory. I should have pointed out Cerros Colorados we just passed on the left, and then the road up to Sierra del Norte was on the right. And there's a big parking lot there that you can park to mountain bike and hike on the Dale Ball trails. Couple more houses now. Starting to see back into town. Probably just gonna turn on Gonzales here. If you kept going straight on this road, you'd end up down at Fort Marcy Park. We cut back because we live on the other side of town. This is Gonzales. Alright, that's about it. My hand's tired, so adios.